In the wild, everything seems to follow a rule. Lions hunt zebras, eagles snatch rabbits, crocodiles ambush gazelles. And we, as spectators of nature, accept this order, the food chain, as a perfect, almost sacred balance. But what if I told you that sometimes this chain shatters? What if a zebra turns the tables on a lion? What if an octopus drowns a shark? What if a frog eats a bird? Would you still believe in nature's hierarchy? Today we explore the real-life anomalies, rare, shocking, and completely true moments when the food chain breaks, when the prey becomes the predator, when the weak defeat the strong, when nature says there are no rules. This is not science fiction. This is wildlife unfiltered. Let's begin underwater, where the most terrifying predator, the shark, rules with razor teeth and cold calculation. Or so we thought. In 2010, scientists filming in a Seattle aquarium witnessed something shocking. A giant Pacific octopus ambushed a dogfish shark and killed it. No bite, no poison, just 8 crushing arms, intelligence, and patience. It dragged the shark into a corner, suffocated it, then consumed it slowly. This wasn't an isolated case. In the wild, octopuses have been observed killing and eating sharks. The message is clear. In the depths, brains can beat teeth frogs. Harmless, right? Think again. In South Africa, a tourist filmed a bullfrog swallowing a baby bird alive. In India, researchers captured footage of a tree frog ambushing and devouring a small bird hole. But frogs don't just stop at birds. They've eaten snakes, mice, even other frogs. Why opportunity? Frogs are not peaceful vegetarians. They are opportunistic predators, and when size allows, the food chain flips. Vultures are scavengers, not hunters. But they're still predators when it comes to weakness, especially newborn animals. In a bizarre moment captured on camera, a griffon vulture swooped down toward a young goat in Spain. The goat's mother, not more than 25 kilograms in weight, stood its ground. And then charged. With a brutal leap, she gored the vulture midair. The bird, stunned, collapsed. The goat finished it off. No wings, no claws, no roar. Just instinct. The mother broke the food chain with rage. Imagine this. A flock of sparrows lands on the edge of a river. Suddenly, splash. A fish leaps from the water and pulls a bird down into the depths. Fantasy? No. It's called the tigerfish, a freshwater fish in Africa that has been filmed leaping out of rivers to catch and eat birds. Even catfish in France have developed shoreline hunting strategies, ambushing pigeons like crocodiles. We expect birds to eat fish. But in these rivers, the fish fight back. Snakes are often prey for crocodiles. But in Australia, the tables have turned. In 2005, kayakers filmed a 10-foot olive python constricting and swallowing a juvenile freshwater crocodile whole. And this wasn't rare. Pythons have been known to kill monitor lizards, wallabies, and even other snakes larger than themselves. Their jaws unhinge. Their muscles squeeze with over 200 psi. They don't just escape predators, they become them, yes, ducks. In 2021, researchers in Scotland observed something that baffled them. A mallard duck eating a songbird chick. Not just once, multiple times. These weren't desperate, starving ducks. They were healthy, and yet they killed and consumed the chicks of ground-nesting birds. Why? Some theorize it's calcium needs. Others suggest territorial dominance. But regardless of motive, one thing is clear. Not even the duck is what it seems. Deer are herbivores, peaceful, gentle, until they start eating meat. Several recorded cases exist of deer eating birds, swallowing fledglings alive from nests. Some have even gnawed on rabbit carcasses. It's called opportunistic carnivory, and it has been observed in deer, cows, and even horses. Why does it happen? Some blame nutrient deficiencies. Others, evolution. In South America, a tiny ant species, Azteca, has developed a taste for wasp larvae. They climb trees, raid nests, and carry out precision strikes on stinging predators. They don't run from wasps. They infiltrate them. The food chain says insects like ants should fear flying predators. But Azteca ants didn't get the memo. Yes, you read that correctly. There have been several reports in Europe of mute swans, normally seen as symbols of grace, attacking and even killing dogs that enter their nesting territory. One case involved a Staffordshire Terrier being pulled under the water and drowned by a swan during nesting season. It was aggressive, tactical, and lethal. The swan, a symbol of elegance, became a cold-blooded killer. In Australia, a disturbing trend has been observed: magpies and cassowaries attacking cats. Not just chasing, attacking. Magpies have been filmed dive-bombing, pecking and blinding cats. Cassowaries, giant flightless birds, have injured and even killed dogs and cats that wandered into their forest. Feathers don't mean fragility. Sometimes it's opportunism. Sometimes it's defense. Other times it's adaptation to a changing world. But they all point to a central truth. Nature is not linear. The food chain is not a perfect ladder. It's a web, complex, tangled, and often violent. The roles of predator and prey are not fixed. They shift, evolve, and surprise. So now we ask, what does it mean when frogs eat birds? When deer turn carnivore? When the hunted becomes the hunter? Maybe it's time to rethink everything we thought we knew about the wild. Because out there, in the real world of tooth and claw, the food chain is not a chain at all. It's a war. And sometimes the underdog wins.